What you're about to watch is part 2 of a video that I intended to be a lot shorter than it was, and it's now in 2 parts, so here's part 2. Enjoy, I guess? I'm recording this because I want you to be cautious. This is very, very triggering. I was triggered making it, so if you are affected by anxiety or panic attacks, please, please, please use your discretion while watching this. Thanks. Okay, transitioning to the other thing that happened is last night I had an hour-long panic attack. I've had panic attacks on and off for years. I've been on anxiety meds. I've not been prescribed specifically antidepressants because my anti-anxiety meds are supposed to go hand in hand with that, but I've since been off my medication. And since being off my medication, I would faint instead of having a panic attack, which was not fun because I'm on the ground, unconscious. But panic attacks are not fun. You can't breathe, you can't use your words, you're basically locked in your body. Last night I had, that was the longest panic attack I've ever had. I was at my boyfriend's house, actually, and he was asleep, and I didn't want to wake him up. Because again, that's who I am. I don't want to inconvenience anyone with my pain and suffering. It was stupid. He later was like, why didn't you wake me up? What the fuck? What happened is we went to bed and all of a sudden everything that I was touching was burning me. And everything that I touched was like sucking me up and trying to like consume me. And I felt like I was drowning. My limbs were floating far away, and I felt weightless and heavy and just completely wrong. And I couldn't breathe, and I had to get up out of bed, and I started sobbing and hyperventilating, and it went on for an hour. It started at a time where I was like, I don't feel right. Maybe it's just me being tired. Even though in the back of my mind I'm like, no, you're due for a panic attack. It's probably gonna happen tonight. And I thought, no, I'll sleep it off. I will just lay down. I will be calm. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And then it wasn't. And no one knows that I was having a panic attack. And then I started like messaging people and I was like, hi, is anyone awake? I'm literally sobbing my eyes out. My 2 best friends came to my rescue. They were great. They talked me down and they tried their best to calm me. What I needed was human contact, but I refused to give it to myself, which was stupid, obviously, but I didn't do it. That's my own fault. I got through it. Here I am. Wish I took better care of myself. What I needed was human contact, but I didn't think I was in a healthy enough of a mental state to be touched by anyone. I finally did steady my breathing. I wasn't crying anymore, and I tried to go back to bed, but again, I just felt wrong, and so I had to not sleep with my boyfriend. I slept on the couch. I put in really, really, really soft music, because if I listen to music that's too intense, I feel like my brain is melting, and it's not fun. I wrote this really long letter to my boyfriend, and I was like, this is what was happening last night. I can't really talk about it because I know how you'll look at me. Why didn't you tell me? We didn't talk about it because I asked specifically not to talk about it because I know he would have been sad for me, and he would have been upset that he wasn't there. And he was like, I'm really upset that you didn't wake me up, but I understand that you didn't want to be near me, and that hurts, but I understand that you couldn't be near me. But please don't hesitate next time to wake me up because I want to be there for you. Which is great, but that was the first panic attack I had, like, A, in his apartment, B, in his presence, C, for that long, really. I had to, like, leave his apartment and, like, sit on the stairs outside of his apartment for a little while. Again, like, I felt like I was limbless. Like, I felt like, right now I can feel it because I'm talking about it again. My arms don't feel like they're connected to my body, which is why I'm doing this. A lot of the time I'll, like, grab hold of my shoulders like this and then, like, become more intense as I touch my arms. This is how I calm myself. I'm not going to have a panic attack right now, but I can feel the lingering feelings of having one from last night. Like, I'm still exhausted. I was up until 2 in the morning because I could not go to sleep because my brain was very, very awake and very much like, oh my God, what the fuck just happened to us? And I was like, yeah, no, I know, we can't go to sleep yet. And so that's why I put on soft music, and I had to not be touching anything, because if I had tried to stay in bed with Brian, I would not have gone to sleep. I would have probably stayed awake until probably hours later, and I probably would have only gotten like a couple hours of sleep. So it's good that I know my boundaries and I know what to do in those situations. It's good that I know my brain now. It's good that I know how to control myself. I really want to ask for help, and I really want to know what to ask for, but I don't, and that's something that I have to work on. So that's pretty much it. This is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I don't want to say like and subscribe because this is such a deep, dark video that I just made. Oh my gosh. If you have any questions for me, please don't hesitate to ask. Anyone random out on the internet who just finds this video and is like, oh my God, this woman is like freaking out. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. Please, there's the internet, there's resources. But if you can't find anything, I'm always here to help. Always, 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 always. Big thank you to my 2 best friends who saved me last night because I was in a very dark place. Shout out to the people who have probably way worse depression than I do, and they live their lives every day. So congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to this fucking cat that's next to me who knows when I'm in distress and comes and sits next to me. Okay. I don't know how I end my videos anymore. Oh yeah. Bye!